Simulan natin sa mga magandang balita na dala ng administrasyon ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. sa bagong Pilipinas. Alinsunod sa pangakong modernization, sa hukbong sandatahan ni Pangulong Marcos Jr., pinatibay ng Armed Forces of the Philippines ang kanilang kakayahang pandagat sa pagdating ng pinakabagong naval asset, ang BRP Miguel Malvar, FFG-06. Bahagi ito ng Horizon 2 ng AFP Modernization Program upang palakasin ang proteksyon ng teritoryo at maritime domain awareness ng bansa. Sa bagong barkong ito, muling pinatibay ng AFP ang kanilang pangakong panatilihing ligtas at matatag ang kinabukasan ng Pilipinas. Isa pang good news, nominado muli sa iba't ibang kategorya sa 2025 World Travel Awards ang Pilipinas. Pasok ang Pilipinas sa mga kategoryang Asia's Leading Beach Destination, Asia's Leading Dive Destination, at Asia's Leading Island Destination na mga napanalunan din ng Pilipinas noong 2024. Maging ang Boracay, Intramuros at Cebu ay nominado rin sa iba't ibang kategorya. Ang mga nominasyong ito ay patunay sa likas na ganda ng Pilipinas at masigasig na pagtutok ni Pangulong Marcos at ng administrasyon sa turismo. At sa ating huling good news, muli po nating pinaaalahanan ang lahat ng miyembro ng PhilHealth na maaaring mag-avail ng Outpatient Emergency Case Benefit o OECB. Ito'y package sa lahat ng mga PhilHealth accredited hospitals mula level 1 hanggang level 3 simula pa noong February 14, 2025. Ayon sa PhilHealth Advisory Number 2025-0009, hindi na kailangan ng mga hiwalay na accreditation para sa OECB dahil bahagi na ito ng pagsusuri sa mga PhilHealth facilities nung sila ay na-accredit. Kasama sa mga sakit na covered ng OECPD or OECD packages, ang dizziness at diarrhea. Yan po ang tagubilin ng ating Pangulo, palakihin at palawigin ang benepisyong makukuha ng taumbayan mula sa PhilHealth. At yan po ang good news natin sa araw nito. At makakasama rin po natin ngayong umaga si Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs, Secretary Frederick Go, para sagutin ang ilang katanungan tungkol sa 17% tariff na ipinataw kamakailan ng Amerika. Good morning, Secretary.
Good morning. Hi. Ready for your questions on this matter?
Secretary.
Oh, well, okay, the President met with the economic team last Tuesday morning, where during that meeting we discussed the tariffs that were being imposed on various countries all over the world. No, we also discussed the effect on the exports of all these countries, especially our Asian neighbors. We also discussed which sectors, which industries in the Philippines will be affected by these tariffs, and the possible effects on our economy. And of course, we concluded the meeting by discussing possible ways forward, possible next steps, possible actions that your government can take regarding these reciprocal tariffs.
First question po, Alvin Baltazar, Radyo Pilipinas.
So, Secretary, good morning po. So, Secretary, ano po ang initial assessment after that meeting? And again, gaano po initially yung posibleng epekto nito sa atin, yung 17% tariff in terms of exports at saka imports?
Unang-una, ang nakikita po natin, no, malinaw na malinaw sa mga reciprocal tariffs na inimpose ng Amerika sa mundo ay medyo advantaged po ang Pilipinas ng kaunti, no? Kapag linista niyo lahat ng Asian countries, no, makikita niyo po na ang pinakamataas na tariff ay nag-uumpisa sa mga 54%, pababa ng 40+%, 30+%, 20+%, at ang Pilipinas ay second to the lowest po at 17%, no? Ang isang bansa na mas mababa sa atin ay ang Singapore at 10%. So kapag tiningnan nyo po yun, in-analyze nyo po, ay medyo mukhang maganda po para sa Pilipinas. May konti po tayong advantage. However, we are aware that any tariff, any additional tariff still affects certain industries in the Philippines, no? Which is why we think that may konting effect po to. Based on the NEDA estimates, posibleng may effect po to ng 0.1% sa ating GDP in the next 2 years. So, konti lang po yung effect, no? Of course, we have to also think that this is only one export sector of the country. And businesses are generally quite resilient. Kung magsara ang isang market, naghahanap po sila ng ibang market na ma-open. So, but to answer your question directly, the estimate is a 0.1% effect on our GDP.
Harley Valbuena, PTV.
Good morning, Secretary. Sir, as the economic advisor of the President, what is your advice to him to contain the impacts of the global tariff of the USA?
Unang-una po, hindi po ako advisor ni Presidente. I'm his special assistant. I work for him. Hindi po ako yung economic advisor. But I think there are two things that we have to do now, no? Clearly. One is to engage with our exporters, to discuss with them what are the possible measures that they can take and that the government can assist them in this current situation. No? That's the first thing. That's the most important thing. Secondly, we have to monitor kung anong ginagawa ng mga ibang neighbors po natin, no? Ano yung mga reaction nila dito sa tarifa at ano po ang reaction din ng Estados Unidos sa kanilang mga requests. But third, and probably this is what you've all been waiting for, but we have reached out to the United States Trade Representative or ang USTR na tinatawag. Ang office po na ito yung responsible for all these trade tariffs, no? So we've reached out to the USTR and we have communicated with them our desire to engage in a meeting or dialogue with them, and they have positively responded. So I will be scheduling a trip to the United States to meet with the USTR soon.
Follow up lang, sir. Speaking of our neighbors, yesterday, the DTI Secretary said that they will meet with our economic counterparts in the ASEAN to discuss the global tariffs of the USA. So natuloy po kaya yung meeting, and if ever, what are the focal points of the meeting?
Yeah, that is correct. The meeting is ongoing as we speak here right now. I would like to summarize perhaps 4 points that were raised. The first one is that the ASEAN trade ministers have gotten together and have decided to communicate with the US, I think three main points. First is to reaffirm the long enduring and strong relationship with the US. Second, though, is to express their concern over these unilateral tariffs that are being imposed on the ASEAN. And third is to engage in a frank and constructive dialogue with the US to reaffirm their readiness or our readiness in ASEAN to work together to explore mutually acceptable solutions on issues of common interest. But I would like to say that there are probably two key takeaways here. One is that every country will continue with their bilateral negotiations with the US and concurrently conduct a regional discussion with the US. And the key words are cooperation, not retaliation. And of course, lastly, because this is an ASEAN meeting after all, the most important conclusion is to, as a group, to discuss ways on how to further strengthen and boost intra-ASEAN trade and investment within the region. Binabasa ko lang po kasi ayoko magkamali tungkol sa ASEAN meeting. But as I said, the meeting is still ongoing. So I think everything I said is, I guess, in a way subject to confirmation.